Welcome back to K-Drama Cycle, your number one stop for all the latest updates, stories, and behind-the-scenes moments of your favorite K-drama stars. Today, we turn our spotlight on none other than Lee Jun Ho and Im Yoona, a pairing that fans can't seem to stop talking about. Their chemistry in dramas is undeniable, but what continues to fuel the speculation is how much of that chemistry seems to spill over into real life. And now, with Im Yoona's latest words about Lee Jun Ho, fans believe she may have just revealed more than she intended, leaving everyone buzzing about what her hidden meaning could really be. It all started during a recent interview where Im Yoona was asked about her experiences working alongside different co-stars. When the name Lee Jun Ho came up, the mood in the room shifted instantly. Yoona smiled, paused for a moment as though she was carefully choosing her words, and then described him as not only a dependable co-star but someone who makes her feel comfortable in ways she didn't expect. The interviewer quickly picked up on her tone, and so did fans who watched the clip. For them, it wasn't just the words she said, but the way her voice softened, her expression warmed, and the almost unspoken affection that lingered as she talked about him. This wasn't the first time Yoona had praised Jun Ho, but fans are convinced there's something different about this moment. They began dissecting her choice of words, noting that she emphasized comfort and trust, qualities that go far beyond what's usually said about a colleague. Social media was instantly flooded with comments like, "She didn't talk about him like just a co-star, and there's something in her eyes when she speaks about Jun Ho." Some even went as far as to claim that Yoona was indirectly confessing her true feelings. Of course, those who have followed these two stars for years know that their bond has always seemed special. From the behind-the-scenes videos of their drama together to candid fan captures during press events, there's an undeniable closeness. Jun Ho has often been seen standing protectively near Yoona, guiding her through crowds, or even whispering small things to make her laugh when she seems nervous. Meanwhile, Yoona has been equally warm, cheering Jun Ho on in his solo projects and attending events where her support didn't go unnoticed. It's this consistent, natural bond that has fans questioning if their relationship has already crossed the line from friendship into something deeper. But what exactly did Yoona mean in that interview? Was she simply being gracious about a colleague, or was there something more carefully hidden in her words? Insiders from the entertainment industry have commented that Yoona is very careful with her public image and rarely says anything without intention. That's why many believe her subtle choice of words was not accidental, but rather a quiet nod to something real behind the scenes. To add fuel to the fire, when Jun Ho was later asked about Yoona in a separate interview, his response mirrored hers in tone. He called her one of the most trustworthy people he's ever worked with and said their bond didn't just end when the cameras stopped rolling. That parallel alone was enough to make fans believe there's a hidden story they're not telling the public. Adding to the speculation are the little signs fans have been tracking over the months. Matching accessories, similar captions on social media posts, and even subtle gestures at public events have all been pieced together like a puzzle. One fan even noticed that Yoona wore a bracelet that Jun Ho had been spotted with months earlier, sparking debates on whether it was a coincidence or something more personal. Another captured moment came at an awards show, where Yoona seemed visibly emotional during Jun Ho's acceptance speech. Observers couldn't help but notice how her eyes welled with pride and how Jun Ho seemed to glance at her before thanking those closest to him. Fans have turned into detectives, analyzing every detail of their interactions, and Yoona's recent words have only given them more reason to believe their instincts are right. Still, both stars have remained quiet about the rumors. Neither has confirmed nor denied the possibility of a romantic connection, leaving the public to draw their own conclusions. And maybe that's exactly what keeps the buzz alive, the mystery of it all. Behind closed doors, it wouldn't be surprising if the two have grown closer. Both have faced immense pressure in the industry, dealing with the scrutiny of fame and the constant invasion of privacy. In moments like these, having someone who truly understands can mean everything. For Jun Ho, Yoona may be that anchor. For Yoona, Jun Ho may be that quiet strength she leans on when the spotlight becomes too heavy. And perhaps their unspoken closeness is the reason they choose to remain quiet, preferring to protect whatever bond they share from unnecessary noise. As fans continue to speculate, the question remains, will they ever step forward and tell the world the truth? Or will they continue to keep their relationship, whatever form it takes, away from public eyes? For now, we only have glimpses, carefully chosen words, and subtle actions that hint at something deeper than friendship. And maybe, just maybe, Yoona's recent words were her way of letting fans know, without saying it directly, that Jun Ho is someone truly special in her life. One thing is certain, Lee Jun Ho and Im Yoona's story is far from over. Whether it's on-screen in a new project, off-screen in their private moments, or in subtle confessions like the one Yoona just made, fans will be watching closely, holding on to every word and every gesture. Because sometimes the biggest stories aren't told outright, they're hidden in the silences, the glances, and the meanings we find between the lines. And so, as fans continue to decode Yoona's words and Jun Ho's responses, one truth remains clear. Their bond is undeniable, their story continues to unfold, and we, at K-Drama Cycle, will be here to follow every step of the journey. What makes this pair so special isn't just their undeniable on-screen chemistry. It's the way their off-screen interactions feel so genuine, so unforced, and so quietly affectionate. In the entertainment industry, where words are carefully managed and every move is scrutinized, Yoona and Jun Ho's natural warmth toward each other shines even brighter. And lately, fans believe that bond is becoming harder for them to hide. Recently, during a behind-the-scenes clip that was released online, Jun Ho was spotted standing beside Yoona, gently fixing her outfit before the cameras rolled. It was such a small gesture, but it spoke volumes. Fans immediately commented, "That's not something you do for just anyone," while others said, "He treats her with such care. It's so obvious he treasures her." Moments like these feel sweet and natural, almost like watching two people who share an unspoken language. Yoona, on her part, has also been showing her affection in ways that don't go unnoticed. At a fan meet, when asked about the most supportive person in her career right now, she gave a soft smile and mentioned someone who always cheers me on, no matter what. Though she didn't say Jun Ho's name directly, fans who know their history couldn't help but connect the dots. And then, almost like fate, Jun Ho was later asked in a separate interview about who gives him the most strength these days. His answer, "A friend who understands me more than anyone else." Once again, no names were spoken, but the symmetry of their answers set social media on fire. What makes this even sweeter is how their bond has grown quietly over the years. They didn't just meet yesterday, and they aren't rushing to define things for the public. Instead, they're building something steady and strong, little by little, like two people who know that real connections take time. It's the kind of sweetness that fans can feel even without words. And maybe that's why fans are so protective of them. They see in Jun Ho and Yoona a love story that's unfolding naturally, not as a publicity stunt, not as a fleeting rumor, but as something genuine and real. Every glance, every smile, every subtle word, they all paint a picture of two people who mean more to each other than they're willing to admit openly. As this story continues, one thing is clear. Whether or not they choose to make it official anytime soon, the bond between Lee Jun Ho and Im Yoona is already written in the hearts of their fans. Sometimes the sweetest love stories aren't shouted from the rooftops. They're whispered in small moments, captured in glances, and hidden in the quiet confessions of the heart. And here at K-Drama Cycle, we'll be right here with you, following each step of this beautiful journey, sharing the moments that make us believe in love all over again.